157 million silver. One challenge? See how many CVC points I can rack up in Raid Shadow Legends using only the Forge and Artifact upgrades. Now, we've previously done this challenge, but last time I only used 50 million silver, and that got me to 107,000 CVC points. This time, we're going 3 times bigger. No dungeons, no arenas, no clan boss rewards available, just silver. 157 million of it. Let's see what happens. Now, full disclosure, this challenge was recorded during the previous CVC with personal rewards, but the strategies I use are still completely relevant for all future events. To make things tougher, there are rules. I can only spend silver in the Forge and on artifact upgrades. That means no champion leveling, shard summoning, or books, and I'm not earning any extra points through dungeons, arena, or clan boss. Alright, stick around because I'll share mistakes I made and what I do differently, and some surprising bonuses I discovered at the end that I didn't plan for. Let's get into it. The first stop is the Forge. I started with 2,450 Forge crafting materials. If you have more than me, congrats, you are way more consistent on your dailies. And while crafting can be a bit of a hit or miss, the key we're going for here is volume. Craft a ton, sell off the junk, and rake in the silver. I started with 119 million silver before using the Forge. After selling all the unwanted pieces, I was sitting on a whopping 157 million silver. A 38 million silver gain, not bad, right? Here's where we stood after the Forge. The time that elapsed was 21 minutes, and the CVC points was 73,430. So far, so good. But we're just getting started. Next up was the real silver burn, building champion artifacts. I focused on these 4 champions to build during CVC. First was Wallmaster Thorion, Visix, Miscreated Monster, and finally scored the half spawn. Now, as I was upgrading artifacts, I wasn't being super careful. Normally, I'd focus on perfect builds to save silver wherever I could, but this challenge was about points, and that's penny pinching. If I didn't have so much silver to spend, I could have probably built out a lot more champions. Here's where we stood after building out these champions. The time that elapsed was 1 hour and 37 minutes, so it took a second. Listen, I'm not the most knowledgeable Raid Shadow Legends player, okay? I'm the kind of person that looks up a YouTube video guideline and then just do whatever the frick they tell me to do. And then the CVC points, we were at 201,000. Current silver that I had after building these guys out was 26.5 million. At this point, I was already well past my previous challenges total, but I wasn't done yet. With about 26 million silver left, I decided to go all in. Now, it was time for the final push. Instead of building more champions, I focused on upgrading artifacts just sitting in my storage to have them ready for the future and know what I want to use. I prioritized 6-star legendary pieces for extra points. Most items I upgraded to level 12 to see if they were worth keeping, and occasionally pushed some good pieces to level 16. This part burned through silver fast, and here's where I landed. Final time after this was 2 hours and 5 minutes, and total CVC points was 276,000. 276,000, more than double the results from the last silver-only challenge that I did. Now here's where I stopped to think, because I had nearly triple the amount of silver that I had last time, so I was a bit confused on why the results weren't also tripled, or at least closer. After some self-reflecting, I figured out where some of those mistakes came in. I'm going to lay the embarrassments out for you to roll your eyes at, and we can learn from them and move on from there. Now, as good as these results are, I definitely made a few mistakes. I didn't use my Forge charms. I know, really dumb of me. I don't know what I was thinking. Those could have given me better rolls and more CVC points, obviously. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe I thought maybe I would like save them for like the better Forge items, and then I somehow just went through all of the Forge items and crafted all of them. I don't know what happened, but I didn't, and I lost points because of it, so that was a big mistake. I didn't also upgrade items to level 4 before selling them. It would have cost a bit of silver, but netted more points overall for the CVC, so I had a couple of you comment on my previous challenge video, and you noted this. You let me know that, hey, you should probably level up your artifacts to level 4 first, and then sell them if they're junk or whatever. It doesn't matter, because you're still getting CVC points, and you're going to make back quite a bit of that silver anyway when you sell it. So I definitely would have done that. And then, finally, because I had so much silver, I think I just tried to run through it as quickly as possible and wasn't as strategic as I could have been. If you're doing a similar challenge like this, or really just trying to get really good points in CVC, especially utilizing your silver, learn from my mistakes and squeeze out every last point in CVC if CVC is a big focus for you. Now let's put a band-aid on the fact that I definitely could have been better. Here's where it gets interesting, because after finishing, I realized a couple of things. One, I hit tier 5, or rather I didn't hit, I was tier 5 personal rewards for this specific CVC, which requires 400,000 CVC points, and I was already more than halfway there just from my silver. Haven't touched books, haven't done Fraction Wars, Arena, spent any of the bajillion amounts of energy that I've saved. Hitting halfway for tier 5 rewards with only silver is pretty cool to me. On top of that, there was an artifact enhancement event running. I hadn't even noticed, I didn't even know, which is really silly, I should have. But I ended up getting all the rewards from that event too, free bonus rewards for doing what I was already doing. Even after the massive silver burn, I still have a ton of resources saved up for this CVC. I have books, arena points, 130-ish shards ready to be pulled, 5,800 gems, and more energy than I probably even need. Says no Raid Shadow Legends player ever. I haven't spent a dime on this game in years also, so all of these resources are just waiting and have been waiting to be used. They're saved up. Whether or not I use them depends on how close the CVC battle gets. I mean, this is in the past, so that was my thought then. But it was looking like it was going to be down to the wire, so I was going to end up using the resources, or at least quite a bit of them. I try to save as much as I can if we're really winning in CVC. Obviously, I'm just going to use what I need to keep us ahead and stay on top, but I'm not going to use it all. I'm a very big saver. So there you have it. 276,000 CVC points, all from silver. Just silver. What do you think? Could I have pushed it even further? In my opinion, yes. But given the challenge, I think we did pretty okay. Let me know in the comments. Finally, since this was the previous CVC, here's the final results of where I landed with points after all was said and done. Alright, and if you're still here listening, I just wanted to give a quick note. If you've been watching for a little while, or if you have watched my videos before, I haven't posted in a while, and I just wanted to apologize for that, but also say thank you for watching this one. It really genuinely means a lot to me. I'm trying to get back into content creation because it is a love of mine, and I just have so much fun doing it. I'm excited to get back in, and again, so sorry, my bad. But thank you for being here anyway. We will have more videos coming up. I have a couple more challenges that I have planned. I really love CVC. I don't know why. I know a lot of... It doesn't seem like that's like a huge portion of players in Raid Shadow Legends that like focus on CVC, but I love it. I don't know why. Just ignore me. But it is. So I'll do more challenges, maybe around CVC. I also need to do a lot of other work in a lot of different areas where I'm really bad at. So I'll be pulling out those videos for you here soon. Appreciate you. You're awesome. Thanks for watching. Keep killing it, and I'll see ya.